I don't think nothing better than a good butt slap.
Butt slap.
Smack.
Slap. Swat to the rear.
And they slap hard.
Butt slapper. Butt tapper.
Patting on the butt. Quick pop. Whack. Bang.
It's something wrong. We can't stay still. I've been.
351! 351! Rover, sit! Hut! Hut!
Has he had a long history of mental illness?
As long as I've known him.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I know many of my viewers have decided to tune out of sports ball, which I 100% respect. For me, the trade-off for watching sports was just the pure entertainment of it. Once it became, about making various political statements on field, once the sportscasters wanted to talk about particular political movements and societal stuff like that, it was really easy to tune out. Even now, as somebody who was a lifelong Bucks fan, the Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. What the NBA has done to bend the knee to China and all of their politics, it's on mute at best, watching score updates here and there. The NFL, I thought would be impossible for me to just not watch anymore. And it really wasn't. It was really easy to give up. Now, maybe I'll return one day. I'm not making a big deal about it. And if you still watch sports ball, so what? You can enjoy it, and others cannot enjoy it. It's totally cool either way. I'm not here to shame people that watched it, but I think that there's really no doubt that the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, as the three big ones here in the United States, have all, how do I say, gotten decidedly political in their messaging, whether it's them standing up and having a say on, voters' rights with the Major League Baseball moving the All-Star game away from Atlanta because of some laws that they were going to enact, and then, ironically, crushing all of the minority voters that would have earned money at the All-Star game, or it's the NFL and their constant virtue signaling. For me, it's just easy to tune out. And now some people may say, hey, you're overreacting or whatever. You may see it that way, but I never saw sitting in front of the TV for 3 hours on a Sunday as like this imperative thing that I needed to do. Now that I've gotten older, even when before the NFL kind of got woke, I would just listen to it on the radio, like while I mowed the lawn or I did, raked leaves or did things around in the yard. Sometimes I would just, because I only have weekends with the old ladies. So, if she wants to go a pumpkin patch on a Sunday, we're probably going to go during a Packer game so it's not packed, literally. Yesterday, the NFL rolled out a new ad. And of course, it backfired. Of course, it spectacularly backfired. If you love this game, you're welcome here. Football is for all. Football is for everyone. The NFL stands by the LGBTQ plus community today and every day. For more information, blah, 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 blah. Of course, they get immediately destroyed in the comments. Football is for everyone except Colin Kaepernick. Again, God, I hate that I even have to take time to debunk this. Colin Kaepernick lost his job to like a third-string quarterback. He was benched because he sucked. Now, he got a chance to have a tryout back in the NFL, and what did he do? Instead of going where he needed to go for his tryout, he last second changed the location and made it all about a political statement. Colin Kaepernick himself doesn't want to come back to the NFL, so stop it already. San Francisco 49er fans will tell you that city was sick of him at quarterback. He was terrible. He had one good year, maybe two. That was it. All right. The guy isn't getting blacklisted from anything. You can make the argument that he certainly could be a backup in the NFL. That's probably true. But again, through his own actions, he's shown that he doesn't want to be. So you've got that, and then you've got, of course, I'll be watching non-politicized college ball and reruns of old programs this season, and back when it was an American sport. I don't know if I would really want to watch reruns of sports, but whatever. The corporate virtue signaling is annoying and irrelevant. Everybody hates this, whether it's people standing for Colin Kaepernick or people laughing about like the ridiculousness. I mean, football is for everyone. Football is gay. What? No. Football is American. Not anymore. Not when when it's constantly getting, I suppose that probably is American. Now that literally everything we have to do has to have politics injected into it. I suppose that's as American as apple pie. NFL says football is gay in new commercial that makes it clear that it supports the LGBTQ community. I'm sure in the locker rooms they're all discussing Pride Month. The 30-second spot begins with, whatever, football is all these things. The video is a direct response to Carl Nassib's public coming out last week, according to Outsports. Nassib, a defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, is the first active NFL player to be out. I mean, there was somebody a few years back, I don't know if they made the roster, but they were definitely out. Anyway, I'm proud of the clear message that Spot sends the NFL's LGBTQ fans. This game is unquestionably for you. Now, of course, there are members of the LGBTQ community that enjoy sports ball. I don't think they've ever felt alienated by it, though. When I watch football games at the local pub, it's definitely a mixed crowd. I've talked about this before. The small city where I live, the bar that I go to happens to have like a pretty solid amount of members of the LGBTQ community, like as a percentage for that bar. Maybe, there might be 30 people in the bar on a weeknight and like 4 or 5 of them are open and out, and we sit next to each other and watch the same sports and wear jerseys and all this kind of stuff. I'm not sure that the NFL ever felt like, exclusionary to that community. And it's, along with the announcement last week, Nassib donated $100K to the Trevor Project, the leading national organization for them. Hey, you know what? I'll give him this credit. Coming out in the NFL probably is, I've often joked about millennials and Zoomers coming out on TikTok like it's something brave. It really isn't. Coming out in the NFL, probably like a little more of a risk. Just guessing. Now, if you look at, obviously, the quote tweets, of course, they really put football as gay, dying out here. Jack Easterby would disagree. I mean, I suppose, this is one good way to distract from all the spousal abuse. How many viewers y'all last agenda? You don't understand football, but or I don't understand football. I don't know what they were thinking with this, like who exactly this is for, but like people are just leaving the sport. And if you don't believe me, we can look at some of the ratings. Now this is a breakdown of the main broadcast networks over 2020. So last year. Now remember, this is always one of the weirdest things that people try to use as like a crutch when they suck. More people than ever were stuck at home last year, right? More people than ever stuck at home watching TV. So the idea that ratings went down for you during the lockdowns means it's far worse than we could imagine. ESPN's Monday Night Football down 3%. Now some of these numbers are negligible, but still down. When you consider they should easily be up, that's concerning. CBS Sunday Football down 4%. Fox Sunday Football down 6%. Thursday Night Football down 6%. Sunday Night Football down 16%. The 2020 Super Bowl saw its lowest TV ratings in years. Not even the Super Bowl, the NFL's crown jewel of 2020, could escape decreased ratings. Just 91.6 million people on CBS watched the Super Bowl. This marked the lowest numbers of viewers for the game on broadcast television since 2006. In over 15 years. The lowest number in 15 years watched it. But if you include all the streaming, it merely gets to the worst since 2007. I would say that it's dying, for example, but sports, the clinching game of the NBA Finals brought 5.6 million viewers. That's almost 13% lower than 2019. MLB declined. Maybe. Now, the Kentucky Derby was down 49%. That's bizarre. But maybe all of these sports getting involved and having to feel like they have to have a political message, there's no doubt that there are mitigating factors or there are other reasons why ratings were down. But also, there is no denying that there are people that tuned out far more. I tuned out the entire NBA season. Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, sure, I'll watch a few games. But you lost me as somebody who used to watch all 82 games. Football, same thing. You're talking about somebody who would watch at least every Packer game, plus probably one or two other games every other week, whether, it's fantasy sports related. Once everything felt like they needed to have a political message, I stopped playing fantasy sports, and I watch maybe 5 games a year now. How many more? I'm not the only one, right? So certainly there are people that decided to tune out for this exact reason, and I guess they could double down on it. Good luck, NFL. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.